God is not the author of confusion. Do you guys think God knows what he's doing, or doesn't he know what he's doing? Are you sure? I was speaking with someone today, and this woman, her husband died, and everything fell apart afterwards. And she's going through such a hard time. And I talked with her, and then she said something. She said, I don't know why God did this to me. And I'm like, no, God didn't do it. God didn't do it. The minute you think God does that, you are double-minded in your prayers. So if you think, I can't make food, why would you come to me for breakfast? Do you understand? It's double-minded. If I want food, I'll go to Tannie Yolandi. I know she cooks well. That's it. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if we accuse God of what he's not doing, then how can we get answers from God? How are we going to get help from God? Now, this is what the book of Revelation, this is why it's very important to understand the book and to go through the book. And I think you guys are so privileged to hear this at your age. When I was your age, I was so scared of the rapture. I went to Bible school so that I will not miss the rapture. As if Bible school would save you. Do you understand? We had such wrong ideas. Actually, I want to say something very terrible, but please take it in the light I'm saying it. I think about 90% of what I've learned at Bible school doctrinally was wrong. It wasn't this Bible school, but it was Bible schools. And the problem is, people my age that's been through Bible school, we all had that doctrine. So was it our fault? No, it's, guys, get it. As time goes, revelation grows. So if revelation is there to swim in, why is your toes not wet? Do you understand? I believe we're living in a time where revelation is like, shoulder deep, rivers to swim in. And where the river goes, there must be healing, and there must be, wow. I'm not saying everybody must now leave their jobs and be full-time in ministry. I'm saying you're a Christian, and you need to understand the spiritual realm. But the biggest thing still, I'm telling you, after everything I've taught you, if you're going to read the book of Revelation, you're going to come to places and like, oh my word, when is this going to be? When you go, when is this going to be? You're not going to get it. Do you understand? So I want to give you a little key. Remember the timelines that I've made with you. Make your own timelines. And everything you read, go look for it. Go look for it. There's 3 things. I rewrote my whole book of Revelation on an airplane now, because there's 3 things that I discovered different to what I even wrote. So as time goes, revelation grows, and we must be open for it. I don't think there's anybody in the world that has everything together. It seems like when we come here and we preach, we know everything. I just want to say to everybody, I do not know everything. But I am so hungry for truth that when truth comes to me, I'm willing to change. But you see, when my important know-it-all is so more important than the word that's being revealed, this is where the trouble comes in. Because mostly, the bigger the guys are, the less they are teachable. Oopsie. It doesn't mean if you're the leader, you know everything. It is the calling of God that makes you a leader or not a leader, and that's where respect and honor comes in. But me standing here, I can learn things from you. Remember when we were in Hazyview, I was preaching on, and I said, Daniel. The book of Daniel is all pictures of Christ and the cross and everything that's happening. And an old lady came to me and she said, I think she's 70, 80. She's already gray. And she said to me, so Daniel in the lion's den is the picture, because when Jesus was put in the tomb, a stone was rolled in front of the door. And she said, Daniel, when you said it, I saw it. I said, I never saw it. You just told me. Come on. I was preaching, and I didn't see what I was preaching. This is why he uses foolishness of preaching. So do not underestimate what God is going to do with you. Just shake the guy next to you. Tell him, God's going to use you. Okay. Let's go through the book of Revelation, how God showed it to me. Number one is, it's all about, in Revelation 1:1, it's all about Jesus Christ. What is done for the church. How the church was born. And then, the bringing of the kingdom. Can you see those three go together? Jesus Christ, the church, and the kingdom. Okay. Jesus Christ, Satan tried to kill him, not to be born. He tried to kill the church in order not to be able to inaugurate the kingdom. So it's patterns that follow. So it's Jesus, the church, and the kingdom. And in the middle comes two guys, two points. That is horrible. And everybody concentrate on these 2 points, what we find in Revelation. The one is how he dealt with the adversary and how he removed the old. Why did he deal with the adversary? So that our sins can be dealt with and the church can be born. Why did he remove the old? So the new can come and the kingdom can be inaugurated. So the book of Revelation is about Jesus Christ. It's not about the adversary, and it's not about the removing of the old. But the major part of Revelation is dealt on it. The biggest thing in Revelation is Jesus Christ. And we basically find him chapter 1. Wow, who he is, what he's doing. And chapter 4 and then chapter 19 and in between. But basically chapter 1. The kingdom, basically, chapter 21 and chapter 2. The church, basically, chapter 2 and chapter 3. So you get it. So the rest, more or less, deals with the adversary and the removal of the old. Now the adversary, this is very, very important. We have everything about God is 3. So Satan is a copycat. So he got his own trinity on the earth. I want you to quickly look at Revelation 16, verse 13. I saw 3 unclean spirits, like frogs, come out. 3 frogs. Blah. Can you imagine? If they open their mouth, it's frogs. So if Satan opens his mouth, it's frogs, it's lies, it's deception. And we should not believe that. Okay. I saw 3 unclean spirits, like frogs, come out of the mouth of the dragon, out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet. Okay, so we have them here. The dragon, the beast, and the false prophet. Everybody, I want to say to you, the Antichrist is not mentioned in Revelation. Everybody talks about, the Antichrist and the tribulation. It's like people talk about what they don't know because they've never studied it. Now, I can't judge people because I was there too myself. Okay, so forget about what people believe. Get your noses into the Word and get it for yourself. I think most people's Christian lives are like very wobbly because we are just listening to what people say and we don't have it ourselves. We've got to get it ourselves. I can't save your soul. I can't do anything for you. Quibbers always said, I can teach you, I can bring it to you, but I can't live it for you. But if this opens yourself, do you know that nobody's going to lie to me about it? Because I know it. Yeah. So it's time that you get it. Okay. Now the Antichrist is literally what drives this is the spirit of Antichrist. Okay, so we want to find out what is the dragon, what is the beast, what is the false prophet. Antichrist is not in the book of Revelation, not even once. Is that not amazing? And what does these guys have? They have frog spirits that come out of their mouths. They are liars, thieves, and rattlesnakes. So are you ready? Okay. Which one do you think would you want the first? I would say, let us take the beast. Okay. Can we handle the beast? Because I was so scared of the beast. He's got 10 horns. I would dream at night, and I'm like too scared to open my eyes. Maybe the beast is there. So one night I did dream about a beast. I saw a vision of how this woman is looking out her window, and there's a beast on her grass. On the lawn outside, there's a beast, and she's like, the whole night she's praying, and she's pleading, and she's really trying to. The beast is still there. And as the sun came up, she saw the beast is still there, but he's changed. And as the sun came bright, 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 she saw, oh my word, it's my garden tools. There was a bench with a bucket and the 2 rakes that stood like that. And this is exactly what the book of Revelation is like. We are so scared of what is going to happen. And as the light of God comes on the word, you realize, it's not what we thought. Now you're going to laugh when you see, what is this beast? It's not what you thought. Tell your neighbor, it's not what you thought.